Welcome to the first video that we're going to do. So this is a therapeutic activity, and this is one that I actually use in therapy with my clients at the beginning when I'm really trying to build that relationship with them. It's really good for connection. So it's called the Squiggle Game, okay? And it's really, really good for children who struggle with making mistakes, and they get quite frustrated when they do make mistakes. Some children have this feeling that everything's got to be right and we can't make mistakes or do get anything wrong can be quite anxiety provoking sometimes. So this is really, really good for that. And also it really helps to build self-confidence as well. So it's just a brilliant, brilliant game. I really love it. And it's so simple and effective. So all you need is some colours. Okay, I've got some colouring pens here and some paper. Now, what I want you to do when you're doing this game with your child, initially I would say do it on a one-to-one basis. You can do it with siblings as well, but initially I would say one-to-one to start with. So what I want you to do is I just want you to have in your mind that you are going to follow their lead. They are going to be the play boss, okay? They are going to tell you what they want you to do. Now, this can be quite hard for us because sometimes we like things to be right. We like them to be, we have a bit of a controlling inner self, and we also want to teach them. We want to teach our children. But I want you to hold on to those feelings. I want you to really, really hold them and don't let them come into this activity that you're doing. This activity is all about your child and they are the boss, okay? So first thing I would say that you should do is get your paper out, and then I would invite them over to do an activity with you. Now, I would say, if I was going to do this with my children, I would say, right, okay, so I wonder what colour shall I use? Okay, and I would ask them what colour they want me to use. So you are, giving them that choice. They say, I'd like you to use orange. Okay, so I would use orange. And then they would choose a colour, they would choose blue. And then for older children, okay, we'll start with the older children. What I want you to do is, I want you to ask them to draw a scribble or a squiggle on the paper. You may need to model this first. That's absolutely fine if you're just showing them how it works. But then after that, I want you to revert back to them being the boss and them being in charge and telling you what to do. So say this is them and they have drawing a scribble on the piece of paper. Let me just go down so you can see. Okay, so this is a squiggle. Maybe they drew something like this. Okay. And then the thing I see straight away, what comes to me, this is really interesting because it'll get your imagination going as well. So for me, I saw, this is kind of the first thing that came to me. It may be different for a lot of people. So for me, I felt that this could be made into a snake. Now, also don't make it perfect, okay? This is just a really silly kind of simple game. It's no perfectionism. If you make a mistake, say, oh, wasn't supposed to be like that, and own the mistake, because that's important for them to see that adults make mistakes as well. So this is the first part of the game. Then you can see where the squiggle, and then you've made it into an actual picture. And then you can explore this a little bit more with them if you want to. I wonder what would the snake's name be? What kind of things did the snake like? Anything like that. And you will find that they'll most probably tell you things about themselves, but it will be the snake, because that's a lot safer for children to talk through metaphor. That's something else we can come on to. Let me just put that back on there. Right, so that's one way you can play the game. Now, there's another way you can play it as well. There's a different variation. So you would ask them to draw a scribble on the piece of paper. they might draw something like this, and then you would extend it. Okay, and then they would continue it. And then you would continue it. And you would make a picture together. Okay, which is really lovely for connection. Now, there's another way we can play this. See, this might be useful for the younger children. Okay, and there's another way we can also play this game is this way. So, say your child is quite frustrated. You know there's something on their mind, but they don't want to talk about it, which often they won't. You can just encourage them to just do some scribbling. Okay, now this is really quite good for aggressive release. My 3-year-old I did this with yesterday actually kind of showed me this so easily. He just showed me what he wanted me to do. So he chose a colour, and he also chose me a colour, and all he did was this on the paper. I'll show you. I mean, he's 3, but this is all he did. Okay, and his movements got faster. They were like this, okay? And all I did was this. Let me just get my orange pen. So I just mirrored him. We was doing it next to each other like this. So he was doing it, and then I was doing it. And we was doing it together. And the faster he got, the faster I was. When he slowed down, I slowed down. So it was really mirroring each other. This is really, really good for communicating that you know how they're feeling, you're there with them and you're present. And yeah, I would just be really, really doing exactly what he was doing. And then actually he started laughing. So there automatically was lots of giggling that was coming from him. And there was just a really lovely moment of connection between me and my son. It was just really, really nice. And all we was doing was just scribbling with each other at the same time. But I was really matching his energy and I was allowing him to do it. I wasn't stopping him. So yeah, there's 3 different ways you can do this game. I think this is a really, really powerful game to use with your children, and it's so simple. Like, you don't need like loads of different resources to set out. It doesn't take time. You can do this activity with them for 10 minutes, 15 minutes. And also make sure that you enjoy it. Please enjoy this time. And the only thing I can say is let them lead. They are the boss. Let them tell you what to do, and just have fun. So please show me and post in the group how you get on. And also I've created a form for you all, which is like a process diary form. So you to just fill out like, how did you feel before you did the activity? How do you think your child felt? And how do you think your child felt during the activity? Which is really important, because when they're doing these activities, I really want you to zone in and think about how they're feeling and what's coming up for them. Because this will really help with our attunement with our children. And, we'll be able to understand exactly how they're feeling. So it's just a process like that. You can keep that to yourself. You do not need to share it. That is personal. If you want to share it, that's absolutely amazing, and it's lovely to see it. Okay, it's really, really beneficial for others in the group. But that is totally up to you if you don't want to share it. I will ask questions each week on like, how did you feel it went? Did you find anything easy? Was it hard for you? So I will be asking questions that are on the process diary. But again, if you don't want to share how it went, and you don't want to do that, that's entirely up to you. But if you do, it would be amazing. So yeah, and also please take pictures. So if you do this activity together, do pictures, or even a video would be absolutely amazing. Because what I want to do is I want to create like a bank of resources, to show like this week we did the scribble game, and it was amazing. Look at all these different ways that we've done this. Look at all the things that our children have been doing. So for each activity, I want to kind of keep like a bank of resources. It's like as evidence, really, because I think it's so important that we celebrate the things that we're doing and all the wins that are going to be happening for us. So really, really excited, and I can't wait to see them in the group. Okay, if you have any questions, just write them in the group and I'll reply. And that's wonderful. Have fun.